Welcome to the final day of this light season of Ether Raids. We're going to take on another Rhea team. And we're going with the Unaka team yet again. It has been pretty much the main team that I've used this week. Aside from that, I think maybe once actually at the start of the week I did Omni Tank a bit because I was lazy. But we're closing it off with Unaka, I guess. First sighting of Alm on defense, attuned Alm. I don't know. I think if you're running him on defense, you gotta get some wind sweep in there, man. You gotta get either some flash or something in there. Otherwise, he's probably gonna die because he really needs to get to at least that third hit to be great, you know. But yeah, going with the Unaka team. Not too much to be worried about here, aside from maybe Loki, and then also Nitro 73 res is really high. But yeah, also need to remember about the fact that Rhea is a dual unit, which I completely forgot the last time. And then we should be able to. It's really, really useful or handy to have your far save or your near save rather be a dual unit in the meta where we're really just targeting the ranged far save to take out first, and then everything else comes after. So it's really handy to have Rhea be a near saver. And a dual unit on top of that. That just works out really. There's so many pieces about this dual Rhea that are just like they really put together a really good unit there when they conceived the idea to put out this dual Rhea. She's really, really good. But in any case, we should be able to get through here with Unaka here. Just a few shenanigans, and we're going to be getting ready to pretty much just blow stuff up. I'm probably going to leave Tree Man for last, if anyone. And we should be okay here. I think we should actually be able to get Lucina into the combat this time, which is good because I really get her into combat these days. So that's gonna be a positive.
Give me an order.
Aside from that, defense building for Chaos Season has been a pain. It's been really difficult to try to figure out who to put where and why. I really want to get Neathauger in there since she's bonus. It only makes sense to run her on defense. I forget who is bonus for. Oh, it's Athos. Not gonna do that. Really want to get Neathauger in there, and then I don't know. It's trying to build around that, and then also trying to cover for Erica because she is definitely gonna be common. I feel. I definitely think she's going to be one of the most common units for Chaos Season, especially because you pretty much just have to run far save. If you're going to run near save, then you're setting yourself up to get sniped by Lyn. Not a lot of people can survive Emblem Lyn, as opposed to the only threat that you really have to worry about from melee range is Erica. So you can take your chances. There are a few blue units that can survive against Erica, and also you can run Vantage with attuned Erica if you have her highly invested. Worst case scenario, you can just go with legendary Sita with her remix. She should be able to get the job done. But aside from that, not a lot that you can really do about this Erica. It's really difficult to meet the speed check too. She is so fast, especially if she's getting full buffs. She hits like a bajillion speed. So it's really difficult to meet the speed check to not die in one hit. So I don't know, man. We need another Sethith. I feel like we need another arranged version of Sethith, or just another Sethith in general, man. Sakura gets close, but is not exactly it. And also, she doesn't really work very well on defense, in my opinion, because you're not like bringing her for her combat. So what role is she really playing? aside from the stats, and then you don't really get the maximum stats or the maximum effects unless she does an assist or ice lock. So not the greatest there either. I don't know, man. I'm just not very high on her on defense. On offense, she can work. She's definitely a player phase in the player hand type of unit. You really want to be driving that vehicle. But, AI usage, she's just not that great. So yeah, it doesn't really leave you with a ton of other options aside from, running Sedith. And then Sedith doesn't have a way to protect himself. So I'm just looking at changing my map layout entirely, using a different map, because you need a way to protect yourself from Erica, and if your units can't do it for you in Chaos Season, then you're going to see, then the next best thing is to hope the map can maybe do it for you, which I have had some success with that. It's really going to be down to how patient the opponent is, and then how far your team can chase if, they snipe something. So it's very difficult to marry those two things, those two ideas, and that's currently my struggle. It's been going on, it's been ongoing. I'm going through it. I'm trying to find a way to make it work, but I don't know. I feel like in worst case, I might run one of my old defenses for the upcoming Chaos Season, since Neathogger is bonus, and just cross my fingers and pray and hope that we don't run into too many Ericas, even though I think that would be a bit too optimistic. I think she's definitely meta, going to be meta, is currently, but will be seeing a lot more of her Chaos Season onwards. Yeah, Plumera just makes this really, really easy. I have so many actions with Plumera doing her thing, and just having an extra dancer on this team in general. This would have typically been Bridget's spot, and she can do things as well, I guess, but having a dancer here is actually really helping out a ton. I don't know. It's going to be difficult to replace this Plumeria once her season is over. She's actually been really, really helpful.
You're dead.
Damage output, adding on top of that, and then the extra actions, at least 2. Yeah, she's been really, really helpful.
This is challenging.
Yeah, I even had to give up on my my Gris idea for defense, because there's just no way that I'm going to be able to get it to work at this point, because I can't protect him. So yeah, unless I hide him all the way in the corner, but then what's the point? Yeah. All right, man. GG's. See you in the next one.